Hey everybody, this is Mr. View, and today we're going to be talking about the Middle East. Ooh, what a train wreck that is. And it has been for years and years and years, 80 years at least, but probably longer than that. The Jewish population and the Muslim population, they fight, bam, all the time. Even today, they're blowing each other up. They're shooting each other every day. So it's a train wreck over there, and it continues to be a train wreck because the two religions feel that they strongly have a claim to some of that land that's religious, okay? So the conflict in the Middle East. The Middle East is considered land between Egypt and Iran and between Turkey and Saudi Arabia, the Arabian Peninsula. So it's not a humongous piece of land. It's kind of a smaller piece of land, but there's a ton of conflict there. Why? Well, religion. That's why. There's Jews, there's Christians, and Muslims. They generally don't get along very well, right? A lot of the wars that have ever been fought had a religious undertone. Even you think about World War II that we just learned about, it's got a religious undertone with the Jewish population being blamed for the Treaty of Versailles by Germany and then really the Nazis going after them a lot, right? But in the Middle East, the Jews, Christians, and Muslims, they don't get along. It's mostly Muslim population, but there are different sects or groups within the Muslims, and not all of those sects get along, right? So you have the Sunni and the Shiite, which we talked about earlier in the year. They don't get along, right, at all. So they conflict all the time. So even though they might be all Christian or all Muslim, it doesn't mean they get along. There's different groups in each religion. There's 30 different languages within this area, this confined Middle East. It's not very big, like I said. There's a lot of religious and ethnic tension. And the borders, they're not defined by the religion. And that's a problem, right? So over here you've got country A and you've got country B. And in this, you have Muslims in country A, Jews in country B, and Muslims in both, right? So even though the border should be, if you're going religiously, over here, it's not. The border is right here, and that causes problems because the Muslims want different rules than the Jews, and the Jews say, hey, you're in our country, you got to live by our rules, etc., etc. So the borders not being drawn religiously creates tension and problems. You understand that? So think about it this way. If Canada's here, the United States is here, and Canada, just say, was all Muslim, right? But the bunch of Muslims lived in the United States, in the northern part of the United States. Those people would want to follow the Canadian rules. Meanwhile, the United States would say, no, they got to follow our rules as Christians. So that would create tension and conflict. Palestine. It was home to both Jews and Muslims, and is home to both Jews and Muslims now. This is where a lot of the conflict nowadays takes place. Both claim it, although it was split after World War II. And the country said, okay, Jews, you get this, Muslims, you get this, just hang out there. Well, the Jews said, okay. And the Muslims said, no, we don't like that idea. And so, bam, they try to punch the Jews in the mouth. That doesn't work well. The Jews end up winning that war or battle, and they end up taking more land that wasn't theirs initially. So the Jews win that initial battle, and Israel was born in 1948. It flourishes. Israel is the Jewish country, if you will, and they flourish. They do really, really, really well, and the United States is an ally of them. The Arabs, the Muslims, they don't like that, right? So they continue to try to attack Israel. In 1957, they attack. Bam! The Jews win. In 1967, bam! They punch them again. And guess what? The Jews win only after 6 days. And they push them back and gain more land. And bam! They punch them again in 1973. And guess what? That's right. Israel wins that one too. So all of these different battles or wars, Israel always ends up on top, and what they do is they keep expanding their land, which the Arabs / Muslims do not like. So they continue to gain land. A group was formed called the Palestinian Liberation Army, or the PLO. with its leader, Yasser Arafat. And they wanted the Jews out of Palestine and even to regain some of that Israel land, right? So they continue to attack. They do stuff like suicide bombs, and they'll bomb a bus or they'll bomb a nightclub or something like that, and that causes disruption. They try to kill as many Jewish people as they can. And for their part, the Jews always fire back on them, right? So they're not just passive. They end up attacking the Muslims there as well. So these hit and run raids, this guerrilla warfare, that's what guerrilla warfare is, hit and run raids, right? Hit them, run away. Hit them, run away. Hit them, run away. Unless you're a suicide bomber, then you don't run anywhere. One very, very tragic event happened at the 1972 Olympics in Munich, Germany. Israeli athletes from this area, they were attacked, kidnapped, and killed by the Muslims, the PLO. So it's a huge thing, and we saw it. The world saw it as it unfolded with cameras right there, and it was a tragic end to the kidnapping situation. So we're going to learn more about that tomorrow. All right, answer the questions, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.